So I've been walking around the pits, and it's amazing who you see. So we bumped into Mikey Johnson. Obviously, you've turned up without your boat.
Yeah, mate. Look, we've been campaigning the 6 litre for 7 years or 8 years nearly now, and in the last year we've been trying something new, and it hasn't really worked out. And we've also been trying to focus on building 2 blown boats. So we made the decision to retire the boat just for the foreseeable future. It'll come back out one day. But we just want to focus on getting the blown boats ready and get them on the water so we can campaign them.
So when do you, so your 6 litre boat, she's not this season then?
No, so she won't be out this season. I don't know when it's going to come back out, but I definitely will bring it back out because I have such a passion for that class.
Yeah, well, and to be fair, like, you know, I mean, we've basically got Australia's top drivers here this weekend, and you being one of them. And yeah, like your boat Too Addicted has just been just up the front, just some really good battles with yourself, and obviously turning up, and you know, I'm just about to rattle off every name here. So you'll be sorely missed because this kind of track and conditions would suit you to a T too with that your old boat as well.
Yeah, look, I came here and I've seen the track, and I think it would suit it, especially if we've got a bit of wind. You know, my boat loves a bit of wind. It really gets it up. So I'm sad to not be here to campaign with the rest of them, but at the same time, it's going to be cool to be able to sit on the bank and watch them all battle it out.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not often I get to sit on the bank with the top 6 litres and watch them from the bank because I'm almost always in the race. We go everywhere we can. So
you probably saved a few grand sitting on the bank. I'm here as well without my boat, and it's certainly a lot lighter on the pocket when you just bring yourself. So tell us about these blown boats. So anything going to be going on the water this year?
Definitely, yeah. Look, if we had another 3 weeks up our sleeve before Melton in a couple of weeks, we would be at Melton.
So Terrace, East?
Absolutely, yeah. We really want to get there. Yarrawonga at the East Griffith Cup, we want to be there. So yeah, look, we've got 2 boats being built. We've got a brand new boat that, it's a completely different hull. The hull isn't even being run by anyone else in the sport right now.
Yep.
There's 2 in the country being built, mine being one of them. So that's nearly done, fiberglass work. We've got an engine in America being built.
So what kind of engines are you running?
So the engine for that boat would be a 428 cubic inch blown big block. It'll rev to 9,000.
Yep.
It's probably on the dyno right now.
Yep.
In America. Joey Gross Racing Engines is building it for me. So he messaged my dad the other day and said it's going to go on the dyno. So it would quite literally be on the dyno right now, I'd say. And then my old 6 litre Addicted. It's been repainted, refitted out, and that's getting a Pro Charge Dodge in it, 380 cubic inch, so a little bit bigger than a 6 litre.
Yep.
And it's also sitting on the dyno right now in Australia. So
plenty going on.
Sorry?
Plenty going on then.
Oh mate, there's
pretty
exciting. And that's why we made the decision to park the 6 litre for a while. That we've only got so many hands. There's only really 3 of us that work on the boat, and we can't.
Yeah, no,
can't do that many boats at one time and do a good job of it.
Well, it's even hard enough doing a good job with one boat. I mean, it's so you definitely got your hands full. But you guys, professionals and been in the sport for a long time. So I'm it's going to, obviously whatever you do is going to be good, and it's going to be competitive, and it's going to be presented beautifully. So who you picked for this weekend? Who you got?
I've got no idea. There's so many factors. Like if you were going off pure speed in 6 litre, you would have to split it between Shenanigans and Lock and Load. I would think. I watched Turn It Up at the Lock last weekend, and it's fast.
Well, I just spoke with Chris too in the pits with Explicit, and he's got that thing sitting perfect. That Windsor there.
So in the blown class, I think that on a tight track, Explicit's got an awesome chance.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting Explicit's moved up a class.
No, you're right, mate.
Yeah, but you're right. He has. But I think Explicit in the blown class, I think he'll take it out. It's going to turn a lot better than these other big 21 footers.
Yeah, if he can, that thing is monster acceleration. I've got to hand it to him. That barra boat it's something else, and it really is impressive. And that thing off the line, look, it looks to be a pretty short track to a point. So I think that, based off what I can think of, I think he's got a really good shot because it's got a light boat, it's got a lot of acceleration, it's got high top end. So, if he can get to the corner first in and out of it, he's going to be really hard to get around.
I was talking to someone earlier, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but he seems to think they've based this course on Windsor, so it's meant to be similar to like length and turns and all that. So clearly going to suit those. But that boat for this. But I've got my money. I'm gonna put myself in a limit and go Shenanigans. just purely, I mean, obviously turning up will be there too, but yeah, shenanigans to me, I mean, he can drive, and the boats, the last few races I've seen, they got the setup spot on now, haven't they?
Absolutely, and look, the only thing he's got working against him this weekend is he's jumping from boat to boat, so he's going to be in Harris's new unfinished business as well, and then he's got to jump back into 6 litre, so it'll be a real test of just how much skill he has, and I think he's got enough skill.
Well, and endurance too, like I you know, after 4 races in my little old, you know, Stevens, which only does 85 mile an hour, but I'm buggered at the end of the day, after, you know, 4 races, and, you know, the adrenaline's pumping through, so yeah, you know, to be honest, to do 2 boats and, you know, potentially 8 races, I mean, that's going to be pretty hard, you know, on the old body and the mind, you know. Absolutely. Because as you know, it's you're exhausted, just mostly from, I don't know, you're not really running, but it's just.
Yeah. It is exhausting, mate, even though you're strapped into a cellar. And Chris is really, really fit. He really is. You know, he's in his 50s, but he's fit, mate. You have
to be now, don't you? Really, you know.
And look, I'm going to have to start thinking about it that if I want to run a campaign 2 blown boats or a blown boat to 6 litre, I'm going to have to, I'm not unfit, but I'm going to have to get fitter.
So yeah, I mean, it's probably obviously cardio, but I mean, I'm still running my boat, the old, the old spring on the cab, and I notice sometimes the old left leg's pretty fucking sore.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't be swearing, but anyway, so with your cab setup, you electric hydraulic, or are you still old school with a pedal?
It's still old school, but it's got an air assisted override.
Yeah.
So it just helps. It doesn't really change the feel of the pedal. It just makes it a little bit lighter as you push it down.
Yeah, because I mean, pushing a pedal down 100 mile an hour, I mean, there's a lot of that. I mean, you need to, like I said, you got to go to the gym and basically do left leg, presses basically, because that, you need to be strong, don't you?
Absolutely. I've got a Hoon boat, which is a child's play as well, 18 footer, exactly the same as my race boats, but it's an open boat. It's got a 500 cubic inch blown big block in it, and that's a handful to drive. And I just hoon around the lake in that, showing off to me mates and pissing all the jet skis off. That's what it's built for. I'll get out of that after 10 minutes and my legs cooked.
Everyone hates a jet ski until you need them to tow you back to the boat ramp. I mean, we've all been embarrassed like that, and fuck jet skis, and then next minute, oh mate, can you go and grab old mate? He's sitting on his boat, and then
I've been riding jet skis since I was 8, and I've only given it up recently purely just because I'm 27. I don't really care anymore, and they're handy toys. They're handy toys, but most of us are dickheads on them, me included. So, look, going back to the field, mate, I think that my pick for blown, it's going to be, I would say, there's 3 boats I'm splitting it across. It's Explicit and the 2 Ramsey boys. I think that the package that Brett Nidgery's put in those Ramsey boys boats.
Yeah, we have those.
Wild. And Tate's really getting a handle on that PSI blower in that little 18 footer. And Blake drives that other boat really, really well. So I think those 3 boats are going to be the ones to watch. And as I said, in 6 litre, I think we'll find it'll be shenanigans like a load and turn it up at the top.
Well, thanks for your time, mate, and it's been a great interview. And good to see you. And obviously, we'll catch up for a beer tonight and tomorrow. And good luck with your boats, and hopefully we'll see you at Terrace.
No worries.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.